So this is the upper deck, and there's a lot of grout that's coming up. I mean, this stuff is just coming up by pushing on it in a lot of different areas. Over here, literally it's just so soft that a good rain is going to wash it out. It's as if it's just sand that's pushed in there. It's not hardened. I don't know that it was properly cured. I don't quite understand how this stuff is supposed to work, but it certainly isn't bonded in there. It's like any place that I grab it, and then some places where he went back and patched are coming up too. You know, it's like just literally popping up. None of it is cured properly. No matter where I go and grab a piece, it just wants to come up. Over here, it's already starting to spall out. This is the upper deck area. The lower deck area, it's the same deal, where it's just all these areas that are soft that are coming up by finger, or I mean, you can see all of it where it's just randomly coming up and it's soft and pliable. Like this here, I don't know what the heck. I mean, this is as soft as can be and just wants to fall out. It's just sand. There's nothing nothing holding this in place other than gravity. And then there's a lot of spaces like, well, here it's already coming out again, and what's there is so soft and not bonded in any way. Here it's already chunking out. Again, soft. It's all over the upper deck. Every place that's dark is soft. I know, I can't not just pick it up and pull it. And it's all over this deck. Every place. So the only thing I can come up with, my biggest fear is that the rain's going to go underneath of this. Water's going to go underneath of it and lift the stones during a freeze thaw. There's also a lot of these stones where I tap on them and they're hollow. And you can hear that one. I can't, without going across all of them. Well, you can see here where it's just already coming up. There's nothing holding that in at all. It's just peeling right up. This whole area is like that. So I'm gonna hire Excel to have them remove all the grout, mortar, whatever it is, and replace it with similar in kind. I mean, this is just, it's scary. And then there's a lot of areas like underneath here where he just didn't put it in. Go up underneath here, there's nothing in that joint. So there's nothing to keep water from rolling over the edge and rolling back and underneath. I would think after 6 months of time, he would have been able to complete this and complete it properly. There's still an issue of pooling here where this area here was low, and as a result, whenever it rains, there's a puddle of water that's almost an inch high that lays in this back area. So I'm probably going to have them lift these stones in this area, scrape out, and then rebond these. You'll see in the photos I had these steps replaced because they weren't wide enough to put the stone on both sides, and he also didn't have them centered. So now they're in place and they're centered, and there's enough lap on the side to cover the stone, where before it would have just stuck out. So I'm not quite sure what I'm going to have them do for this back row. I mean, they just pieced in these little bits here that look like garbage, because that grout is starting to come up here too, everywhere. It's going to be quite an undertaking to remove all this stuff that wasn't properly placed.